What do you think is the most important thing you can do when you get into your vehicle? It's an unconscious habit with me. I always put on my seatbelt when I get into my vehicle. And I hope it is with you too, because seatbelts will save lives. They do save lives. These aren't just there for decoration. I know a lot of people sometimes have a problem with them, but you can't emphasize it enough how important it is to wear your seatbelt or your safety belt. And they will protect you in a collision, in a crash, and your chances of survival are much better with having one of these on. So my son recently got a ticket for not wearing his seatbelt correctly. He actually had this part off the shoulder, so the trooper didn't see it. He had his waist belt on, but he got a ticket, and it stung. He wasn't proud of that. So you need to properly wear your seatbelt and make it an unconscious habit when you get into the vehicle. It's something that we all should do. All right, we're heading out today. Got my cameras going, both of them. It is October 25th, 2 months from Christmas, 2018. Larry Cappetto on Did You See That? Busted! This is program number 2. And I'm going to try to see if we can see some illegal turns. A lot of people, we go through driving school, but do we really know how to turn correctly? And turning onto a one-lane road like this is easy. But when you get onto a 4-lane highway or a road with 2 lanes on each side, it becomes a little more difficult. And difficult meaning people sometimes just don't know what to do. There's 2 lanes to turn into, and we're going to learn the proper way to make that turn. It's really simple, actually. There's rules of the road, so there's certain things we should all abide by. I see a lot of lazy drivers, distracted drivers galore. So distracted driving is a big pet peeve with me. That's one of the things that is the most dangerous out there today with the cell phones. I wonder if Steve Jobs and Wozniak ever thought 15, 20, 30 years later, after inventing the cell phone, how many people would be killed because of cell phones and distracted driving. It's an epidemic. It's just as bad as drinking and driving, and it can't be tolerated by us as individuals, as citizens. Law enforcement can enforce it. They come on the scene after the accident's already happened. They clean up the aftermath of these things. So, but education is, I think, where it's at with drivers. They have to be educated how to drive safely, and you need to be reminded of it. You need to practice it, just like anything else. So I'm on 15th and Patterson. I'm going to turn left, and we'll see if this guy in front of me, Ocean King Nora 030, it's a handicap plate. It's a Toyota Highlander. Let's see it, Highlander. Let's see if he turns correctly. If he does or does. Oh, he's going straight, so forget that. Okay, we're rolling. We are rolling. Let's see what we can get with people turning. Okay, 306 Charles Young Robert. That's basically a wrong turn. He turned into the far lane. You should turn into the closest lane. I'm cutting over just because I got a turn, but that really was a little example of a wrong turn. Didn't have much time, but I understand that. But we're going to learn how to turn the right way. Charles Frank Ida 352. Good example right there. Charles Frank Ida 352 did not turn into the nearest lane. So they're going to be on my program. He's going to be on my program, not paying attention. You turn into the nearest lane. You don't turn into the far lane. That's wrong. And all these people went through driving school, supposedly learned how to do this. This guy's looking down a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if his phone's in his lap. There he is again, Charles Frank Ida 352. Our first demonstration today of an illegal turn. That was wrong. He can get a citation. He can be fined for that. And it's all serious. All this stuff may seem routine, but it's all serious. It's all very serious. I take driving very seriously, as you know. There's a very dirty vehicle in the left lane. Now he's coming into my lane. 949 Sam Ida King. We could use that as an object lesson. You need to wash your car, number one, and that's hard for an officer to read. 949 Sam Ida King in front of me, very dirty. You know, you need to keep your plate visible for law enforcement. I wouldn't be surprised if that's an expired plate. It's 18. I don't know what the month is. I can't tell because it's so dirty. It's almost impossible to see that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's expired. And they're keeping the dirt to cover it up. But as an object lesson, keep your cars clean for that purpose. I guess I'll just roll down the highway here for a minute, then I'll flip around. I've got a van behind me right on my tail. I think he's switching lanes. He's in a hurry. Wow, did you see that? The dirty vehicle didn't signal. A 4Runner or whatever pulled out in front of him. I know on this wide-angle lens it's hard to see these things, but that was pretty close. That white vehicle pulled out. We'll go back and replay that. Pulled out in front of that dirty vehicle who made an illegal lane change, did not signal. So we're going to get him on that. Bring him back into the picture. That wasn't good. That's how accidents happen, man. Ocean George 865 is this van that was on my tail. But here's that dirty vehicle that did not signal. Bad. That was bad. And I'm going to do a U-turn here. Segment 6. Heading back west on the Business Loop 70. You never know what we're going to see. True or false? Wearing your seatbelt will prevent an accident from happening. True or false? We're going to learn on this program what's the most important thing you can do when you get into your vehicle. We're going to learn to become safe drivers, which will result in safer highways. And that's what it's all about. And you need to be observant. Okay, we got this lady coming up alongside of us. She's looking a little bit like she might be distracted. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, yes. She's on her phone. Look at that. I'm going to get up here and get a shot of her. That is just gotta happen. Okay, lady. Boy Queen Union 983. She was on her phone. Her phone was in her hand. She's speeding. Wow, we got something here, folks. Man, this is the one thing that gets the blood pumping the most. I have zero tolerance for these people with their phones in their hands. And she's speeding. She's flying down the road. Probably won't even catch her. But I got her plate. It's going to be highlighted. Got her in the dash cam. Absolutely. Love to get a shot of her on her phone with this camera. And if I can catch up to her, I will. She is definitely speeding. She's either texting or reading. She's moving her fingers on that phone. I know I'm belaboring this, but this is just totally a sore spot with me. And I don't think I'm going to get to catch her unless the light changes. Yep. I would have changed lanes there. Boy Queen Union 983. She's in there bopping her head. I wonder if I'm going to get her attention. You're on camera, lady. I got you. You're busted. You are busted. Somebody's got to do something. It's a Corolla Boy Queen Union 983, expiration 4 of 19. Totally distracted. This is a big one, folks. She's going to dart out from this intersection, I can tell you right now. There she goes. Didn't signal getting into that left lane. Man, lady, you are going to be on the news. One way or the other. I do not like that. Just total disregard for life, limb, and property and everything else. We're going to feature her. Of course, it's my word against hers, right? But she's definitely on that phone. Back in a minute. Truck from Ontario. Wow. Hey, Pooch. That guy is cruising. I should have probably let him go past me. I got an Audi behind me that was clipping along pretty good there. Okay, bud. Maybe we'll get you on the program. Got a light green Audi behind me. I can't read the plate through the rearview mirror, but it's got a very dark windshield. You can't even see into the canopy. You can't even see into the cabin. If I could change lanes and let him by, then I could get his plate. Now he backed off. Wow. I see no front plate on that vehicle. Okay, Mr. Audi, here he's coming up now. He'll be in the left lane. I said green. Maybe that's more of a silver color. Okay. Now I'm going to get back over behind him. Victor Edward Ocean 001. Victor Edward Ocean 001. It is an Audi. Expiration 12 of 18. He's just almost touching the vehicle in front of him. Now the Audi changed lanes. The Audi did not signal, and into the left lane did not signal. Boy. Okay, bud. 2 lane changes. 2 illegal lane changes up here. No signal. Dark windows. Victor Edward Ocean, again, 001. Now, Audi made 2 lane changes without signaling. Pretty erratic in my mind. Another one of these examples of just thinking they rule the road and they don't. They're being unsafe. And it's not cool. He's speeding too, so let's throw speeding up there. He's tailgating people. He's getting right on the back of people. Boy, I'd like to have a conversation with this guy. Maybe I'll get the opportunity. Just a total disregard for people, property. He's going to go into that right lane. Watch. No turn signal. When he can, he'll get into that right lane. There he goes. No lane. No turn signal. What is up with that, dude? You can't even see through his window. The windows are way too dark. He'll get a ticket for that, speeding, wrong lane changes, and the list goes on, and he's still coming. Now he's keeping his distance. Probably saw my camera faced at him. You couldn't even see through his windows. Here we go. Got him again. Okay, I just want to talk into the camera a minute. I just stopped. I pulled over. You know, what I just saw with that Audi was just horrible. I don't understand how people think they can drive like that and get away with it. You know, if I was in the capacity of a law enforcement officer now, I mean, definitely would have cited that guy. I mean, I got him on speeding, the tinted windows, wrong lane changes, erratic driving, and whatever else I picked up on my cameras. But I hope you don't drive like that. That was ridiculous. And I'm just stopping for a moment to just say that I don't appreciate that driver. And this goes against everything that, you know, law enforcement stands for with traffic enforcement and really the safety of the public. I mean, a number of things could have happened. Probably was on his cell phone, couldn't see into the windows, which I think was really, I didn't like that at all. And from a law enforcement standpoint, that's very dangerous if they're approaching a vehicle like that. So anyways, we'll see what we can do to educate other motorists using that Audi as an example. So definitely going to flag that plate. But I appreciate you watching, and we'll go out and do a couple more sweeps down the road. I hope that that person in that Audi was an exception, not the rule. Fancy car, fancy driver, blah blah blah. You know, I don't buy any of it. And there's a host of things we can look for. So these segments will continue. I hope you're learning something. I hope you've learned something today. I surely have. I've learned to become even a better driver, more alert. I really personally think if fines were steeper for these things that people do to break the law when they're driving, we would see a lot less of it. So that's part of it. And that gets into politics, which I'm not going to talk about. Our judicial system, which I'm not going to talk about. God bless our law enforcement officers, men and women out there. Thank you for your service to your communities and to your country. It means a lot. It's a dangerous job. That's the way the cookie crumbles. See you next time, or see you in a bit.